This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 726. How much fiber should you eat per day? By Natalie Butler with Healthline.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your host and narrator. Happy Monday. Thank you for being here and welcome back to another week of Optimal Health Daily. This is where I read to you from some of the best health and fitness blogs on the web, kind of like an ongoing audiobook. Now, we have 5 shows where we narrate blogs for you, covering a bunch of different topics. So check them all out by searching for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this. Now, I get a lot of questions about gut health and our microbiome, and one of the things I always talk about is getting enough fiber. And as you'll soon hear, fiber is not only important for gut health, but it supports our health in a number of other ways too. So with that, let's get right to it as we optimize your life. How much fiber should you eat per day? By Natalie Butler with Healthline.com. According to the American Heart Association, the daily value for fiber is 25 grams per day on a 2,000 calorie diet for adults. This number may also depend on age or gender. For example, women under the age of 50 may need to consume around 21 to 25 grams of fiber per day. Men under the age of 50, between 30 and 38 grams of fiber per day. Children between the ages of 1 and 18 should eat about 14 up to 31 grams of fiber per day, depending on their age and gender. Even high fiber intakes, which we see in countries around the world, may significantly reduce chronic disease risk. Fiber does digestive grunt work, but doesn't get the same glamour as vitamin D, calcium, and other nutrients. It's important to get the right amount of fiber to keep your digestive system running smoothly. It also provides a lot of health benefits beyond digestion, such as help with weight loss and balancing gut bacteria. The average American eats only about 16 grams of fiber per day. That's quite a bit less than the daily recommended intake for a lot of people. So, keep on listening to learn more about the benefits of fiber, where to get it, symptoms of getting too much fiber, and more. Why is fiber essential for your health? As a whole, fiber delivers a lot of health benefits. It supports weight loss, reduces cholesterol and blood sugar levels, lowers the risk of cardiovascular diseases such as stroke, heart disease, and more, prevents diabetes, increases digestive and bowel health, and fuels healthy gut bacteria. In general, dietary fiber is an umbrella term for the parts of plants and other foods that the body can't digest. Instead of breaking fiber down, fiber passes through your system and eases symptoms like constipation. It's important to eat a wide variety of foods instead of relying on one source for your fiber intake. How to increase your fiber intake. The best way to get fiber, while not consuming too many calories, is to eat high fiber foods. Most vegetables, fruits, and plant-based foods have fiber. If your body is slowly adjusting to consuming more fiber, spread out your portions between meals instead of eating a lot in a single serving. Sources of fiber by type. Fiber is a type of carbohydrate that comes in 3 main forms: soluble, insoluble, and fermented fiber. Soluble fiber dissolves in water and slows down digestion. It can help lower the body's cholesterol and blood sugar levels. Insoluble fiber doesn't dissolve in water and plays a different role in digestion. It adds bulk to our stool and passes through the system more quickly. Basically, it helps keep the pipes working regularly and prevents constipation. Fermentable fiber can come from both categories, though they're more often soluble fibers. Fermented fibers help increase the healthy bacteria in the colon. Other tips on increasing your fiber intake. It's best to gradually add fiber to the diet. You don't want to shock your system with too much bulk. Start low, go slow, as the International Foundation for Functional Gastrointestinal Disorders puts it. Some tips for adding in fiber, but not too much, are eat whole fruits like pears and apples instead of drinking fruit juices. Swap in whole grain varieties instead of white rice, white bread, and regular pasta. Snack on vegetables instead of pretzels and chips. Eat beans and lentils every day. Sprinkle chia seeds on cereal or in smoothies or on top of salads. And make sure you're drinking plenty of water when you eat fibrous food. You may also find it helpful to track the foods you eat and note the fiber content to better understand how much you're actually eating. Some people struggling to eat enough fiber may want to consider taking a fiber supplement. That said, too much fiber can also be a bad thing, and your body will speak up, literally and figuratively, with a variety of symptoms if you're eating too much of it. fiber supplements have not shown to be nearly as beneficial as eating high-fiber foods. Keep in mind that everyone's body reacts to fiber a bit differently. Some people with a condition known as irritable bowel syndrome or IBS don't tolerate fiber well. Symptoms of too much fiber. Fiber is also known as bulk or roughage, and it can make some noise as it passes through the stomach and intestines. If you eat more than 70 grams of fiber a day, your body will begin to tell you to back off. Here are some signs and symptoms: gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, and abdominal cramping. There's one other problem with fiber overload. Fiber can bind to important minerals like calcium, iron, and zinc, and prevent your system from absorbing these nutrients. Cut back on your fiber intake if you experience these symptoms and feel it's due to your diet, not something else like the stomach flu that has similar symptoms. If you experience severe symptoms, talk to your doctor or visit an urgent care center or the hospital. In rare but serious cases, too much fiber can cause an intestinal or bowel obstruction, which is a blockage that prevents contents from moving through. You just listened to the post titled, "How Much Fiber Should You Eat Per Day?" by Natalie Butler with Healthline.com. Dr. Neil here for my commentary. My research when I was a doctoral student was actually on the effects of dietary fiber and weight loss. And sure enough, we found that even after a year, when people consumed a high-fiber diet, they actually were able to lose weight and keep that weight off. And when we looked at their labs, when we looked at their cholesterol levels, they saw improved cholesterol levels as well. Now, that could have been the effect of just simply losing weight. It could have been the diet, but luckily we know there are other studies that show that if you eat enough fiber every day, you can actually lower your bad cholesterol levels. Now, some people really like to focus on, am I getting enough soluble fiber every day? Am I getting enough insoluble too? And what about fermentable fibers? And they start stressing about those things. What I'm going to tell you is don't stress. All of those types of fibers are great. And if you can try and incorporate a variety of fruits and vegetables into your diet most days of the week, you're going to get all the types of fiber to support health. Now, in case you're wondering, well, which fruits and vegetables tend to be highest in fiber? When it comes to fruit, berries, raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, those are fantastic sources of dietary fiber. Beans and lentils, nuts and seeds are also fantastic sources. And in fact, the research I conducted when I was a doctoral student used beans and lentils as folks' main source of dietary fiber. Depending on the bean, even just half a cup of cooked beans could give you anywhere from 6 to 8 grams of dietary fiber. And since we only need about 30 grams a day, it won't take much to get to that goal. All right, really quickly before I go, you can hear a lot more blogs being narrated to you for free. So to subscribe to our other podcasts, just search for Optimal Living Daily. All right, I hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neil's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.